We don't condone the use of any illegal substance or any illegal activity. This video is intended for instructional and educational purpose only. Watch at your own risk. Viewer discretion is advised.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
In the garden where the green leaves sway, see bunnies rolling up, we light it all way. Mr. Guinness got the bombs, we puffin' all night. Talking cultivation, yeah, we're feeling alright. Light it up, feel the vibe, let it be known. Garden cultivation, network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Chatting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night. Wednesday to Friday, we keep it alive. Cannabis talks, everybody's feeling high. Sharing secrets of the grow, it's a sacred art. In this cultivation game, you gotta play your part. Keep it real, keep it tight, watch the plants grow. Garden cultivation, network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Chatting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night.
Happy Wednesday.
Yo. Happy Wednesday. Yes, yes. Ah, man, we've been busy these last couple weeks. This is like our fifth show so far in this week and last week, so like a week and a half, I guess.
Yes. So on Monday, we were over on Grow Me Talk. So that was pretty fun. So shout out to Vixen, Crimson, and Elle. We also had and Greenier, yes.
He wasn't there.
Yes. Last week we had a very awesome guest. We had Mr. Chubbs, and the interview took a different turn than I thought it would, in a good way.
Did.
And we're gonna have him back on very soon for a part two. So that's
super cool.
That's gonna be exciting.
It went a lot more medical than I expected it to, but in a very, very relatable way, I think. You know what I mean? Like in a medical for kids kind of a way. And yeah, I think there's a lot of people out there that are very interested in that topic because how taboo it is, I guess, you know?
So if you missed that episode, you could go back and rewatch it, or you could go over on Garden Cultivation Network on Spotify.
Yes. And next week, we have the one and only Flower Fox.
Yes.
Which is going to be...
We got to meet her in person as well, and we actually got to meet our guests today in person. I'd say, what, a year ago, 2 years now? A year.
I would say a little bit over a year. Yeah, it was when the Grow Up conference happened in Toronto.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Super cool. Got to meet all kinds of people. We've talked about those stories many times, and
yes,
it was a lot of fun. That was our first conference, so we got to meet a lot of people that I didn't even know I was going to get to meet. So it was neat.
It wasn't just Canadians either, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I figured. I figured it's not like the MJ BizCon or, you know, out in Berlin or something, these massive conferences or anything like that. So I wasn't really expecting to meet many people from outside of Canada, but we did. So
yeah,
it was pretty awesome. And we got a pretty cool show tonight.
We do.
If anybody's into... oh, go ahead.
We are also about to hit our 1,000 follower giveaway. So once we do hit 1,000, we will be doing a giveaway. So stay tuned for that.
Yes, that's going to be a lot of fun too. We got a lot of good stuff to give away that night.
See, we were just talking about Chubbs.
Yeah, we said his name 3 times. He showed up.
And he showed up. We
But yeah,
summoned him.
tonight we got a pretty dope show. We have
We
somebody coming on
do.
tonight that has, I'm gonna say, probably one of the coolest home grows I have ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen
Yes.
anybody else. We've seen a lot of gardens on here, and we've seen a lot of amazing gardens on here, but this is a garden that like you see this and you're like, oh my God, that's a home grow. Like it doesn't make sense.
It's just mind blowing.
Well, it's technical and it's clean. It looks like
And
a
not
science
just the
lab. Like
grow
it's
space, but the grow themselves are amazing.
yes, yes. So I'm excited to dive into this. So if anybody else is into like deep water culture, aeroponic type growing, this is one to not miss for sure.
Yes.
So
So, who do we have? Did we announce it yet? We've
no,
been talking about him. I don't
we haven't
think
even
we've
said.
said who. Most of the chat knows who it is, though, but
I'm probably gonna say the name wrong, and he can definitely correct me when he comes on here. But we got the one and only Preston Bjornson. Good evening.
happy
Oh,
Friday.
you're muted. I think you got yeah,
Can you hear me now?
perfect,
Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
Right on. How you
perfect.
guys doing?
Those are doing good, man. Those are
Right on.
some extremely impressive roots. I just want to say that right off the bat.
Yeah. Thank
That
you.
is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, like, but yeah, as we were saying, we got to meet you in Toronto. You were there with the
Yeah.
GML crew, and that was super cool. You were there with BC Bubble Man
Spartan.
and Spartan, and yeah, there was always a big crowd of people hanging around your table, and
Yeah.
a lot of big names. Jorge, I saw Jorge over there quite a bit, and
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun. Yeah. Yeah. It's cool to all the opportunities that happened, like just for sharing your grow and just yeah, like getting trips paid out to Toronto and stuff and going to conferences. It's a lot of fun just to
Absolutely.
hang out and chat with
Yes.
people and yeah.
Just get to
So
But
talk
yeah,
shop. Like it,
absolutely. Yeah.
before we get too much in it, for those who don't know, did you want to give your quick introduction on who you are?
My name is Preston Bjornson. You did say it right, by the way,
yeah.
which is very surprising. It's usually Bjornson. Yeah, I'm a Canadian grower. Been doing it for about 30 years. My dad and grandpa were both growers. They were farmers, and when
Nice.
times were tough, they did some stuff in the basement in an old abandoned house on the farmland, and then yeah, they did tables to hydroponics, and then I just took onto it. We tried building a LP facility here in Canada when legalization was announced, and then we
Yep.
kind of yeah, it didn't happen. We had our investor pull out after $1 million was invested into the building. First phase of construction, 23,000 square foot facility, and
Damn.
yeah, it crushed me, and yeah, just didn't end well. So that happened right before COVID too. So
Mm.
Yep.
so what I did was
Yeah, because
during
we legalized in Canada 2018, and COVID hit what, like 2019,
yeah, yeah.
something like
So we
that.
were
Yeah.
yeah, so it was shortly after. So yeah, I was just completely crushed and had like heavy depression. So during lockdowns to keep myself busy, I completely renovated this room. It was a large spare bedroom in the basement, and I had my tents down here. And yeah, I just decided it was too hard to control the environment in the tent, and I have like high OCD, and I have a hard time just I have to control everything to like the
Yeah.
T as much as
It's
possible,
funny.
right?
You can almost tell that by looking at your grows. Like you can tell you're a very meticulous grower. Like
Oh, yes.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. So
yeah,
basically, I just poured myself into the space and got my mind off of what was going on in the world. and I'm an artist, so I like design and art and growing and hydroponics. So I just kind of put all my skills into this space. Just made it like a man cave basically, but a garden cave. And
It looks like
Love
a
that.
like a spaceship in there.
yeah,
It's cool.
yeah. But yeah,
I love the wall with all the controllers on there. Like it just looks super clean. Everything's all lit up. Like it just looks good before you even get in the grow room. Like you see that. Like I would see that and be like, oh my God, I can't wait to see what's behind door number one because
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't
it's
like
like
cords hanging
something
around, so
big's coming.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
And
it's
like
been like a slow progression too. It wasn't always like this, but like between each run, I do a little bit of something, and I'll get my daughters down here and give them tape off a little canvas on the wall, like you see over there, and let her just paint whatever, and just
that's
kind of
cool.
Love that.
yeah, a
Yeah.
little bonding experience, and then just
Yeah.
between every run, I just upgrade something or try to vertically integrate myself, so I don't have to you know, move product to make hash or whatever. I got everything on
Yeah.
site, and I can, yeah. And then I'm a plumber by trade, and I've worked in,
I was gonna ask you if you were.
yes, and HVAC, and I've done many trades. So yeah, I did everything myself except for the electrical. I hired my buddy, who's a journeyman, and he made sure that everything was good to go. And
Nice.
that's the first like step in building a grow room, is just making sure that you have enough power to supply what you want, and then draw out a
Yeah.
plan and where you want things, and then
Yeah.
the electrician will tell you whether you're out to lunch or you got to scale back or whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
And that's the thing too. Like a lot of us that do like run tents and stuff like that, you're just putting them in a room with existing power, with
yeah,
existing everything, and you're taking a shot in the dark and hoping for the best.
yeah,
That happened.
Mm-hmm.
I just moved into a new place and I hooked my air conditioner up in this room, and as soon as my lights turned on that day, everything shut down. So I knew I was already like right on the verge of too much. You know what I mean? So I'm
yeah,
basically at max capacity of what I can be here, anyways. At least in this room, I might be able to go into another room and do two rooms, but
yeah.
no, but
And then you
that's
can't even
cool.
like
That's nice
uh,
being
uh,
able to. Sorry, go
yeah.
ahead.
And then like if you're renting too, it makes it pretty difficult to like upgrade your panel or throw a different
Yeah, you
like
can't change anything, right?
yeah,
So,
or if you do,
Yeah.
you're risking getting in some trouble, or you gotta put it back to how it was when you
yeah,
leave. So yeah, it's a
yeah,
little bit
exactly.
tougher if you're renting. Yeah.
Yeah. So, have you always done the hydroponic thing? Because like you have probably the most extensive home grow hydroponic setup I've ever seen, anyways. But have you always been into the hydroponics?
Yeah. I've only done a little bit of living soil and a little bit of outdoor growing. But otherwise it's been on tables when I first started, and like the flood and drain, ebb and flow. And then when we were planning out our facility, I found the current culture system, and I just immediately fell in love with it. Like as a plumber, I just saw the simplicity and the streamlined design of it, and I had to have it. So we contacted them and got a test system for our little facility that we had, our test facility, where we were gonna test out different products and stuff for the big facility. And yeah, it was awesome. I got to learn how to run that system and build it, and then finding out what the sweet spots were for the amount of nutrient feed that you need. And yeah,
Yeah,
so it was a lot of fun. Yeah. And then
that's
so
cool.
basically what we were going to do at that facility is what I have going on here. So it's just like me just
Okay.
carrying on a smaller level on a home grow, but without
Yeah.
all that
Cool.
regulations and stuff. And yeah, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
yeah.
super cool.
Nice. That
Super
is.
cool. Um, I was just gonna. You said something that triggered me. I was gonna say something.
Nope.
Now it's gone. But so you work very closely with GML as well.
Yeah,
You're up on
I'm
their
up.
panels and stuff like that. I see you on there on some Saturday nights and
Yeah, yeah, I'm a
travel with them and
regular
stuff like that.
panelist,
So
and yeah, he invites me out, and um, he contacted me when he left HLG. just to see if I would be interested in running some of his lights. And I didn't know who he was at first, and we chatted and did a FaceTime, and we just hit it off immediately. We're the same age, and
Yeah.
we have so much in common. So
Yeah.
I really like I felt for his story, and I just wanted to like be a part of it at the beginning there. And so I took a chance, and I pulled down my HLGs and my Optic 650 Slims, and
Yeah.
I was yeah, it's the best one of the best decisions I made down here because I'm getting like a pound more per light with these lights, and it's just it's
Yeah.
unreal. And yeah, so I had a good feeling about him and the company, and I'm just very grateful and blessed that we crossed paths. So yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
I do
cool.
anything I can to endorse him and support him, but I'm not contracted with any company. I refuse to sign contracts, so
Right.
I don't
I want to
blame
be
you.
able to I want to be able to be honest with the community with everything
Speak the
that's in
truth.
here.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Absolutely. Yeah.
I did sign some contracts in the beginning when I first built this space, and with Mars Hydro, they sent me out some lights, and I part tested them and
Yeah.
compared them to their maps, and it was not hitting what they said. So I sent them back and got out of that contract. Same with Growy, their auto dosing system, it just wasn't performing. So I backed out of that, and I just had a bad feeling. Just when you sign a contract, you feel obligated to like not say anything bad, and
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
think
you feel like a
that's fair.
dick when you do say something. When you say the truth, you're not saying
Yeah,
anything bad. You're saying the truth, and you feel like a real dick when you do it. But it's like you also want the people that potentially might buy these to go, oh, they think twice about it. Maybe shop around a little bit. Yeah,
yeah,
I was with
absolutely.
Spider Farmer, and it was kind of the same thing. And not that I had really had a lot bad to say about it, but I just felt obligated to only say good
Yeah,
stuff. So I
yeah.
know what you mean.
You become a salesman, and I'm not a salesman.
Yeah.
I just want to. I don't want to be cheesy and try and sell stuff. I just want to grow on my own free will without having to be posts by contract. And I want the results to speak for themselves, and that's it. And if something doesn't
Yeah.
work or is like a problem, then I'm gonna say it. And I don't feel bad about it. And
Yeah.
it's the way to go. If you're gonna get sponsored or whatever, then I highly suggest you don't sign contracts unless you like know for sure that the company is solid. So and you
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah.
And you can negotiate contracts too. Like if
Mhm.
you are going to do that, definitely, but make sure you set some of your own ground rules too while you're doing
Oh
it.
yeah,
Like don't just take what they're telling you. Make sure you tell them some of your requests too, and they either like it or they don't, and that's going to decide whether or not that contract is actually even going to work before it even gets signed. So
yeah.
that's another thing. Like,
Have a way to get out without any kind of penalties too. Like if something's not working, then you're not
yeah,
gonna.
you read over some of these things, man, and they're like, you send it back, or now you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that, you got to do this, and but in the end, you might as well just bought the light. It would have been way less hassle,
Yep.
Yeah, I think
for
that's
like
kind of the plan for some of these
whatever the
companies.
yeah, whatever the
Yeah,
equipment is, not necessarily a light, but just whatever it is,
yeah,
you might as well just bought it at the end.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah,
But
for sure.
so I've been kind of
So,
following along with one of the projects that you got going on, and you have. I'm gonna call it the Frankenstein plant because it's
Oh,
been grafted like I don't even know, like 7 times or something like that. It's got a bunch of different strains on another plant.
yeah, it's a grape crush is the host plant, and 5 strains have been grafted onto those
Five.
branches. So there's 6 altogether. This
that's
was a gift.
crazy.
This is a gift from a fellow named Terry Ross that's in one of my groups from Growers Guild. And he reached out to Alan, who's the admin. I'm just a mod there, but Alan reached out to me and he wanted to see if I would be interested in growing out one of these or flowering out one of these plants. And yeah, it interested me right away, and it made me nervous too. But I'm like, yeah, I gotta try it out and just
Yeah,
see what
I'm have to
happens.
just see here which one it is.
Yeah. So like these plants are mainly uh, they're for mother plants. If you have a strict plant count,
I think
You
it's
can,
this
have
one right
multiple
here.
strains on one plant, and then you can also have less inputs too. So you're not, feeding 6 different plants and having that whole space and having to use more light. So it's a huge save on inputs, and you could just reduce that footprint and have like as many strains as you want. And he's got one going right now. I think it's got 16 strains on it. So he's like
Damn,
going big with these. Yeah. So
that's so cool.
yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
so crazy. Like I've seen people try to do it and it didn't work for them, but I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on it with all kinds of different um not just cannabis, like I've seen people do it on apple trees. I've seen people
Yeah.
do it on all kinds of different stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then I saw somebody do it on cannabis, and then it was like a game changer. I was like, oh my God, you can really do this. It's
Yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we have like,
Yeah.
yeah, they usually do the fruit trees like that, especially if you're in Canada, because then it speeds up the fruiting process. You don't have to wait as long, so you'll get some
Hmm.
fruit within with like a few years quicker. So, and then you
Yeah.
can also get one where you're having like 4 different kinds of cherries on one tree. So, yeah, it's pretty cool how that works, and yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna
Um,
ever do that again.
no.
No, no, it was just fun. It was fun for shits and giggles, but.
Yeah.
It's a little stressful because it came with a mite on it. So then my
I've seen
Oh,
that,
timing,
yeah.
so I immediately went to quarantine and spent 3 weeks in there doing full plant dunks. And after 3 weeks, I scoped it and it was clean. So then I brought it into the room, and uh, my timing was off from the big room to that room. So that's why this one's so small. If it had come clean, that room would have been packed full. So
Yeah.
that's why it's so small. But yeah. Yeah, shit happens.
Still super cool though. And I mean, on the bright side of things, you get to show people how you kind of do your IPM treatments and stuff like that on
Yeah,
like an
yep.
extreme measure because
yeah,
like most people are in there spraying, you were taking the whole plant and just dunking it in, washing it.
yeah,
Like that was
yeah.
so
We
yeah,
used to
on the
do.
bright side you got to teach people how to kind of do that as well. So
Yeah,
I thought it was cool.
that's the most effective way. You're gonna hit everything. Spraying's not very effective. But we used to do big mother plants in like 20-gallon brute trash cans. You just like fill it up and do the whole plant. And so yeah, and then yeah, I have a good IPM here. I got to write some SOPs for our facility. That didn't happen, but I got to get familiar with all the different kinds of methods that you use for getting rid of bugs and all the bio, like the um, you can get the bugs like predator mites and all different
Yep.
kinds of sprays.
Yeah.
But I don't like using poison, so I only use safer soap, so it doesn't have any pitarins in it. And every cut,
Okay.
I grow breeder cuts, so everything that comes in goes to quarantine, gets dumped, and then I scope it. But that super plant was 3 weeks old already. It had a lot of foliage on it, so it was
Yeah.
took a lot longer to find the mites, and clones are a lot easier. You can see everything real quick because there's not much there to it. But
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, and then
Yeah.
I always shower before I come down here and go in the rooms. I shower, put on new clothes. I make sure that I'm not
Yeah.
coming out of the
Yeah.
yard or the garden out there and coming to here. My dog's not allowed down here, so yeah, I'm pretty
Crazy.
strict about
You
things. And
taking it to the extreme, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's I mean,
yeah,
anybody that's ever
there's a lot
had a
on the line.
problem or
So
anything that's happened, after that, I mean, I believe things change. Like I know Bunny had an issue, I've had issues in the past, and
Hmm.
your whole regimen changes after that, you know.
yeah,
It really opens your eyes. So
yeah,
You learn
yeah,
your
yeah,
lesson too sometimes.
yeah, absolutely. It seems like every single run, he teaches us something. Like it's never perfect, and then you just get
Yep.
to like change things up and just be better. It's a lesson, not a fail. Like you got to take it
yeah,
like that. It
Exactly.
just makes you
Yep.
stronger. It helps you improve, and
yeah.
yeah. So
I've had
yeah,
people ask me like, "Have you
So
ever
we
seen a
did.
perfect grow?" And it's like, no, I don't think that
Oh,
exists. But
yeah.
go ahead, Bunny.
we did have a question from Bingus for Preston. How do you
Oh,
like underlighting?
Bingus. I miss that guy. I
Yeah,
Miss
he
kind of,
was on
Bungus.
a little while ago actually. He's a super cool guy.
yeah, I watched that video last
Yes.
night, and yeah, he used to be a panelist on the GML show with us a couple years ago,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then he disappeared. But yeah, he's a great guy. Regarding the under canopy, I am on the fence still. I'm starting to just see some improvements with the color of the bud and the structure. With the side lighting that I have here in the front, it showed like a couple weeks ago. It's really working well for side lighting. Uh, but under canopy, it could be just because it's my first time and I haven't pruned properly, and I don't have them close enough, maybe. But it is working. But I think that next run I'll be going all around the perimeter with those lights and doing side lighting because it's really working
Yeah.
well. Yeah,
Nice.
and then it won't be such a challenge for me to get in there and work under the plants because it's wow,
Yeah.
that is. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna downsize the system next run and go with 3 rows of four rather than rows of four, and go to a 12 site
Okay.
system and get myself a little more comfortable
Nice.
under there, and just veg
Yeah.
an extra week and I'll still fill the space like I do. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Most
yeah,
definitely. I watch your plants grow, man, and from video to video, they're not even the same plants. Like they've grown so much sometimes. It's just, but
yeah,
that comes down to the hydroponics thing, man. Like I've always grown in Pro Mix, but we've had a few people come on that are hydroponics people, and their plants all grow fast.
yeah.
The
Yes.
It's
veg is insane.
it is. It's about 4 times faster than growing in soil. Yeah, you can see like every day you can see the growth, and there's not a lot of sitting down and relaxing until maybe after you flip, and then it's just maintaining your environment and your solution. But there's a lot of pruning, a lot of de-leafing, especially when you got it cramped like this. I'm pushing it a little bit, so I definitely have to downsize. But yeah, it's a lot of work. Um, yeah, it's just they grow so fast. It's steroids basically, and
Yeah.
yeah, and then also this system is so efficient. I'm sitting at 500 ppms. That's one EC, and I don't ever go past 1.1 EC 550, and
Okay.
that's all the plants need. So I just do regular add backs when I didn't have that doser, and just keep feeding them food and doing change out every 10 days to 14 days. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's the nutrients are just they're there to be taken. So it's
Yeah.
very
That's
efficient.
amazing. You can just turn and go, "Yep, that's what it is."
Yeah,
I love that. So
yeah,
easy. And I think that's a lot of us make it complicated. You know what I mean? And a lot of us would look at that and go, "Oh my God, this is complicated." But for you, you look at that, it tells you everything you need to know about everything in that room. You
exactly.
know,
And
Yep.
it wasn't
you
always
made
like
it easy.
this. Yeah, like 5 years ago is when I started to think about automation and making my life easier because I got a family and kids and a job. I'm very busy, so I wanted to make it
Yeah.
as easy on me as possible and have me be able to spend more time with the plants because I love working with the plants. So I don't want to be, you know, manually doing much down here for feeding and whatnot. So
Yeah.
having automation it's awesome, and it's not that difficult. And like you said, you get to see everything as it happens. Like before the plant even shows any signs of stress or deficiency, I can see it on the monitor. I know how to read the solution, and then having this Neurovine doser has also helped me see the relationship of what I put in the solution and how it reacts with something else, right? So every
Yeah.
action has a reaction, right? So it really
Absolutely. Yep.
dials in your like how you see the solution and what's going on. So and then
You
lets you
ever
know like
just feel like a scientist sometimes when you're down there doing stuff? Or you're just like,
yeah. Yeah, especially because I'm making powder nutrients into liquid, and that's
yeah,
also really beneficial. I don't like liquid nutrients. It's really dirty, leaves a lot of biofilm in the system. With powder nutrients, it's super clean. Like after 14 days, I can pull a pitcher of water out of that reservoir, and it looks like you can drink it. Like it's super clean. And then when you go to
yeah,
wash the system after a run, it's so much easier. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you
powder's
using
the way to
like
go.
RO and everything as well?
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. As a
So
plumber, I kind of figured you went all out on the water for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I got a 150-gallon tank in my mechanical room and the RO system. So that fills up whenever I want it to. I got like a float valve that I can adjust the height on to adjust the level that I want to fill it. And I just fill it with RO water, and then that gets fed to my system by that tap right there with a jet pump. So whenever I turn the tap
Okay.
on, the pump automatically turns on and starts filling the system here for a fast fill. And then I also have a little float valve there to fill it up slower. And when I'm gonna do a full change out, I use that tank and I mix my nutrients and everything right in there, and I stabilize it for 12 hours maybe, and make sure everything's on point. pH is good, temperature is good, and then when it's ready, I will drain my system and then fill it right away. And then once it's full, I just go into the room there and rinse out the tank, and then it's just for RO water again. So yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, if I filled it with nutrients and tried to like feed it that way, I would have to like get a chiller and try to maintain that solution. But the
Yeah.
doser just does everything for me, and it's an amazing system. So
That's
yeah,
so
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, like there's automation and then there's your garden. It's pretty impressive, really.
yeah,
Like it's
It
for
is.
anybody that hasn't seen this, like you got to go check out his Instagram page and really actually look through the videos. Don't skim over them. Actually look at them and watch what he's doing because it's not pretty impressive. It's extremely impressive. And your
I'm a,
hash too. Like you got some crazy hash setups going on as well.
yeah. I
Big,
love building
yeah, big
stuff.
tanks
So
for that. And
yeah, that was for I went crazy with that one because I was gonna do some washing for some facilities as like just getting commissioned basically to wash for them. And I wanted everything to be stainless steel and just be able to not be able to be within regulations of the system for the legal side.
yeah,
And yeah, I just built that system out of brewing equipment from Spike Brewing, and I got the idea from the Bruteless system from Pure Pressure, and then just kind of copied that and got the pumps, and yeah, it was a lot of I just love building stuff, and this is the first time I've had
yeah,
my own professional hydroponic system. Before that, I just bought like easy store buckets. And
right.
when Current Culture first started, they used easy store buckets, and then they designed their bottom drain, and they stopped using them. But the thing is that the lids for their system fit those easy store buckets, so I just upgraded the lids and made it look professional, even though it was a DIY system, and then cut my own
Yep.
holes and put my own bulkheads in. So at first, all I did was buy lids and bulkheads from Current Culture, and then when they seen my leaky buckets that I had a couple runs ago, they reached out and gave me a commercial account to help me buy a system for half price. So yeah,
Nice.
it was pretty awesome of
That
them
always
to do
helps,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. Your mailman grows wants to know, does he run chillers for his tanks? And does water temps play a large role in his pH stability?
That's somebody asking the question there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can. Basically, to bring out full expression and to keep the solution stable, you're going to want control. So temperature is really good, and then just maintaining it daily. If you don't have a doser, just doing daily add backs of nutrients and pH adjusters, and having a large volume too. I really recommend, if you're first starting out, to never use a 5-gallon pail, because it's, especially when you get into flower and the feeding heavy, it's you're chasing pH. It's too difficult, and you're getting out of range, and it becomes stressful. So uh, I've done the 20-gallon brute trash can grows in that room, and that's awesome. Like, it's a bigger solution, 15 gallons. You can react a lot sooner, and gives you a little more time to react as well. So you're not getting home from work and freaking out because everything's
Right.
out of whack. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a simpler way. It's gonna be a lot less stressful, and you're gonna be a lot happier, and you're gonna grow a good plant, and you're not gonna be disappointed with hydroponics and go to something else. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So
What's the
large
first thing
solutions.
that you would tell somebody if they wanted to get into, if they were going from soil, cocoa, pro mix, whatever they do into a DWC? What's the first bit of advice you would give somebody?
Well, first off, you got to be disciplined, and you have to be able to be around a lot more often, I guess, because if you're not automated, like I'm automated, so I could leave for 10 days and I'm fine. But if you're
Right.
not, and you're growing with a smaller solution, you're gonna want to be around, and you can't put it off. Like there's no, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. You
Yeah.
have to be dedicated to it. It's very technical, but then it becomes very easy after a few runs. It's very easy. At first, it's technical, but once you get the hang of things and what you need to do, and it becomes a lot easier, just like anything else in life. But
Yeah.
the growth is so explosive, and the yields are massive. If that's what you're looking to do, then that's the way to go. You just have to make sure that you're disciplined enough to be there and to take care of things. And
Checking and
um,
double checking and just being
yeah,
diligent.
yeah, and then just work
Yeah.
towards automation. Like every run I do, I invest back into the grow, and I get something new to make life easier on myself. So yeah, but
Nice.
automation
Yeah, that's
chillers are good, and then a doser. If you can get a pH doser, even that's great. That'll take a lot of stress off your grow.
Yeah, I
That's
feel
one of
like I would almost
Interesting.
obsess over that. You know what I mean? I would be like,
yeah,
oh boy, what's my pH? I'd be checking it every 10 minutes, I think, when I first started.
yeah, yeah. Me too. I used to stress out about it a lot too, but yeah,
Yeah, like I
yeah,
was somebody that pH'd when I was doing organic. And everybody's like, you don't have to pH. And I was like, well, I do anyways. Like I just do, you know?
yeah.
Have to make
Be
sure.
less stress on the plants, and yeah,
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
so I mean, I would definitely obsess over that. And Bunny and I have been talking about this. Is hydroponics is something that both of us kind of want to get into. Like, I don't know if it's something that I would stick with forever, but I want to
Mhm.
try it. I've never tried it. It's one of the only things I haven't tried in growing yet. And um, we've been talking to a lot of people that are doing DWC, aeroponics, water growing
Yeah,
lately. And with every person that I see and every story that I hear, it's like it's pushing me just a little bit closer to that stepping over the line. But yeah, that's one thing I definitely think I would have an issue with is my pH. I'd be watching it all the time for sure.
water temperature is also a huge thing too. You get over
Yeah.
like 22 degrees Celsius, you're in the danger zone. So you want to have a chiller, or if you're just going to run a DWC with no circulation, no chiller, I would go with a larger volume. Start out with your water cold at like 17 degrees Celsius, and then wrap your bucket with that Reflectix insulation bubble stuff. And
Yeah.
you just keep your tent at a cooler temperature, like 25 degrees Celsius, and you could go like 5 days, 6 days before that water temperature gets up to the danger zone. And during nighttime, if you're on a cooler temperature at night, then it just kind of brings that water temperature back down, and it just kind of prolongs it
Yeah.
from getting to the danger zone. So
Does it
big,
cause problems if you have like if you have a major fluctuation in water temperatures between daytime and nighttime? Like if you changed 5 degrees or I don't even know what like a realistic number is, but if you changed 5 degrees from daytime to nighttime, could that cause problems or not really?
um, I don't think it's going to cause too many problems. The only issue with that is your dissolved oxygen is going to decrease quite a bit once the
Okay.
water gets warmer. So the colder the water, the higher your dissolved oxygen is going to be, and the more your plant's going to be able to function and to pull up those nutrients. So I've
Oh,
taken it down to about 16 degrees Celsius a couple runs ago, and the plants just loved it. And then
understood,
I've
yeah.
and then I found out that running cold temperatures too, like when I got that slime issue at the beginning of this run, I found out that running a cold temperature is going to make that slime grow even more, and it's a aerobic
Mm,
bacteria. So it's not a harmful bacteria, but it will clog your stones and cover
it
your
gets in the
roots.
way, yeah.
So it will
Yeah.
eventually cause problems, but it's not like the root rot or anything like that. So it's something that needs to be addressed. So I started running my temperatures a little warmer now, and I'm at about 20 degrees Celsius. And I can't get it any lower now because I'm running my lights hot. Everything's hot in that room right now because it's, it's the peak time of summer. And
Yeah.
my chiller is right on the edge. I'm running 170 gallons in this room, and the chiller's rating is maxed out for 170. So I'm right at the top end. She's working hard, and I I basically need a 1 horsepower chiller, or like next run I go down to 12 buckets, reduce my volume, and then it'll be more in the zone, and the
Yeah.
chiller won't have to work as hard. So
Cool.
yeah, yeah,
Do you notice more heat now with like under canopy and side lighting? Like, is that I mean, everything you add to it is gonna add heat, I imagine.
yeah. It does, but I think it also has a benefit and kind of reduces your microclimates a little bit because now you have heat everywhere instead of like where your
Right.
dehumidifier is or where your chiller is. I
Right.
also set up my chiller and my dehumidifiers on opposite ends of the room so that there's heat on both sides rather than just that one side. So it kind of evens everything out. And then the under canopy too, just kind of
Good
it
point.
helps with your leaf surface temperature as well. It's kind of gets you in the zone there when you're chasing your BPD. But I made a mistake with that tube that runs down the center of my lights. That's pulling that air conditioner, and it's spreading
Yeah.
the cold air over the canopy. It is making my leaf surface temperature too cold because it's kind of directed right down at the canopy. So I've been having a little bit of trouble there. My leaves are tockling a bit. So
Hmm.
next run, I need to adjust that and have the air pointing away from the canopy, like up towards the lights or the roof, so that the
Yeah.
leaves aren't
Yeah.
getting hit with that cold air. So
Let it
yeah,
just
you
kind
just
of fall and do its
yeah,
thing.
exactly. So you learn things every run. You try to fix a problem and make things better, and then you find out, oh, whoops, shouldn't have
That's
done that.
that's why we'll never, ever, ever, ever have a perfect grow. No matter how technical a grow gets or
Yeah,
how automated things get, there's always going to be things that we're going to learn, no matter what, you know. And
yes, absolutely.
and stuff like that is things you don't even think about until you do it, and then all of a sudden you're like, why is this happening? What now? What's going on? You probably didn't even think of that right away. You know,
Yeah,
you're probably
no,
going
I
through
didn't.
your checklist going, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this, and that was probably one of the last things you came up with, you know,
Yeah,
just because it's such a weird thing.
yeah, yeah, and I've never really like followed my VPD all that close up until this grow, and yeah, now that I'm following the VPD really close, I'm noticing things. That, like every as you get better and more experienced, you start like focusing more on things that you never really thought of before in the past, and then you're just finding out little things that you could improve in your garden as well too. So
Yeah,
so you're always learning. You never stop learning, and then
yeah.
once you think you got it, you'll grow a new strain that just you know humbles you
Throws a
and makes you
curveball.
think about things differently.
Yeah, once you think you got it, you grow a plant with 6 different
Yeah,
strains on it, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love it.
yeah. This plant humbles you a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, it sure does. And
yeah.
do you have a particular type of cannabis that you prefer to grow? Like, are you more into that like indica, sativa? Like, you like a shorter flower, longer flower?
I like indicas just because they're a lot shorter and the canopy is easier to control.
Yeah,
But I would pull it earlier when the trichomes are, cloudy. I don't like to get amber trichomes. I don't like sleepy weed. I like to be able to
yeah,
puff and work and do stuff and
To function.
build.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a heavy smoker either. I used to abuse things a lot when I was younger, and I found out that if you just have a couple puffs every hour or something, and you're not getting too stoned, you can still do things
yeah.
and function and be creative and have ambition and not like get tired. So yeah, I just don't like getting tired off weed, and sativa also can bring me some anxiety too. So it's so yeah, I just gotta limit what I do and not overdo things and use it as a medicine and not escape reality or whatever. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Your mailman grows asks, talking VPD, how deep into flower does he try to hold a day night of 1.0 kPa VPD?
Well, I could look at my finger. It fluctuates day to night. Because you're dropping your temps. Um, I'm right now. I'm going about from 1.1 to about 1.3. So I'm in the zone right now. But it fluctuates, and I try not to look at it too close. With my Pulse Pro, I set my set points for each stage, and it alerts me, and I try to go a little above and a little below where I want it, just so it's not emailing me and you know making me
Yeah.
stressed out too much.
Yeah, you don't want notifications every time it
Yeah,
moves 1 point
yeah,
or like a
and then
0.1 or something.
Yeah.
yeah, and then when I do get notifications, I'll make some adjustments on my AC or my dehumidifier, and then check the leaf surface temperature with my gun, and then I'll just readjust my set points. And yeah, so having that environmental monitor that's another key thing to have if you're starting up a grow and you want to dial things in. Is that thing is awesome to have environmental monitor, because
Oh
even
yeah.
if you have a little flood in your room, you're gonna see that humidity spike, and you're gonna be like, oh, something's wrong, like. So you go in there, and it actually saved my garden twice because of a little flood that I had. Nothing big, but I was able to
Yeah.
catch it right away. Same with
Yeah.
my Optic 650 Slims that I had. They had some issue with their controller. And when the power goes out to your house and comes back on, the lights turn on full, even if it's during your scheduled nighttime. So yeah, I get an alert that the lights are on. So I can come home and find out that, power had gone out and on, and now the lights are on. So it helps you dial things in and can save your
Yeah.
run. So it's a good thing to have.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing I would like to do in here a little bit more is kind of not necessarily automate things, but have a little bit more. Like I got screens, I got things, tells me the temperature, all that stuff, but I'd really like to have everything just in one spot. Kind of like you just go look at your wall and it tells you everything that you need to know about everything. I would
Absolutely.
really love to have something like that, whether it's just on a board on the end of a tent or whatever, just whether it's
Yeah.
watering systems, whether it's room temperature, humidity, VPD, all of it, you know.
Mhm. Yeah. It helps to
But
get technical and just makes you better. So you'll be able to catch things easier and
yeah,
control everything good. So bring
I
out
don't
the
know.
best of the plant.
Do you know who Dog Doctor is? Dog Doctor Official?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's another one. He's got some pretty cool automation, not automation,
Yeah.
but room sensors and all that stuff going on. He looks in one spot, it's all right there. So
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
Are you another one of those growers too that's got like every detail of your grow written down like you're in your books or in your phone or
No, I did for my first couple runs just to kind of get
or
used to it,
learn basically, yeah.
especially when we were going to be in a legal market, when we were going to have to document every single aspect of that grow, to kind of
Yeah.
get myself conditioned for that type of atmosphere. But after that, I ditched it, and then I started growing breeder cuts for local guys here and showcasing their genetics. So I always have different stuff coming in the room, and I can't really look back at notes from another strain and compare it to this one. It's um,
Right.
yeah. Once you kind of have everything as far as knowing how to adjust your environment and the solution, my feed program never changes for any strain unless I see deficiencies, and then I might have to add a little bit of CalMag, which usually is the only issue I see, and that's very rare.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything is just the same feed. I start at 350 with new cuts, and then I work my way up to 550 is like the highest. Sometimes I have to knock it down to 500 once I see the little leaf tip burn. And yeah, like I follow my monitor and it tells me exactly where I need to be by the solution dropping. And if the ppm stay the same when the solution drops, then I'm in the Goldilocks zone. That's perfect. But if it
Yeah.
starts solutions dropping and my ppms go up, then I'm feeding too strong. And then if it does the opposite, that means I need to to feed more nutrients. So the monitor tells you everything. So
So
I don't
crazy.
need to write notes. I just let the plant tell me, or the solution tell me what to do for each strain.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
cool. And so you
That
said
is.
you've been at this now for like 30 years, right? That's what you
yeah.
said at the beginning. So over this time, how much have you seen this technology change? Because like I'm guessing 30 years ago that you didn't have monitors and everything telling you what to
No,
do, like it was
yeah.
that was you.
No,
You were the monitor.
yeah, no, it was I wasn't too heavily involved back then, but yeah, it was it's quite a change, yeah. Like with legalization, there's just so many products that come into the market. It's just opened everything
Yeah,
up, and everybody can talk freely about stuff and not go to buy tomato nutrients from the garden
right.
center. And yeah, so
With the cops
yeah,
sitting across the road watching everybody go in and out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I had to go get fingerprinted at the police station when we were like going through all the application or the licensing, and I had to like put myself out there because I needed to be a responsible person in charge at the facility. So you have to go in there and say, I'm growing cannabis and I need fingerprints. So yeah, so it's putting yourself right out there for the world to see.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
was that like? Like most people are running the opposite direction and you're walking
yeah,
in the front door
Yeah.
going, you're going.
yeah. As long as you're licensed and you don't have a criminal record for the last 10 years on firearms or drugs, you're good to go. And you can also become
Nice.
a designated grower for somebody else, like I did in the past too. So you can work out a deal
Like
with a different
like a
patient.
like a caretaker kind of
Yeah, somebody else with a license that can't set up their own grow, you can become their grower and supply medicine, but you don't charge them for the medicine. You charge them for your services
for
for
service.
growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's between
That's
you
cool.
and that person. So yeah, it's pretty cool how Canada has that set up and how you can get licensed. Most family doctors won't go past 3.5 grams, which doesn't allow you to have very many plants. And if you're a pheno hunter, it doesn't work. Like that's why people have such high plant counts is because they're pheno hunting and they need to pop all these seeds. And but yeah, like I got a 14 gram per day prescription, which allows me 73 plants. So and I'm only
Nice.
doing like 17 or whatever. So I'm well within my
Hmm.
limit. And
Just
yeah,
stops you from having to worry. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm never
absolutely.
gonna well, not that you'll never hit that number, but like it's just one of those, I don't plan to hit that big. So if it's my license says I can do 100 plants or 75 plants and I do 20,
Yeah.
nothing to
Yeah.
worry about.
I have hit that limit though. When I first started, I had some mother plants in that quarantine room. So I kept about 4 or 5 mother plants because these systems here, they're meant for monocropping. That's how you're going to get the best results. Keep everything consistent. If you grow different phenos of like a pack of seeds, you're going to have different variations in height and it becomes a nightmare. And you're going to lose out on yields. And so I had my own mother plants and take my own cuttings. So there'd be times where I'd have this room full, and I'd have my mother plants, and then I'd take like 40 cuttings, to have some to cull. So then I'd be like
Yeah,
right at that plant limit. And yeah, so there's a good reason to have that plant limit. And I remember
for
when
sure.
licensing first came out and people were like, why do you need such a high plant count? But they don't understand about pheno hunting and that kind of stuff and cloning and
Yeah.
whatnot. So
Yeah, like
there's-
if I tell my parents I have 12 plants, they're like, they can't believe it. They're like, what do you mean you have 12 plants? I'm like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's funny. Like my mom too. She's very proud of me now, but like I got kicked out of home like twice back when I was a teenager for
yeah.
for her finding my blade or my pipe, and yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's weird that she comes in here now and sees it. Yeah, pretty cool. Things have changed.
Same,
People are
yeah, same
accepting
deal,
it a lot
man.
more, but
My
also
my.
it's like good.
Sorry, go ahead. No, you go
But
ahead.
like yeah, there's still a lot of people that reject it. Like I have family members that do not like what I do, so yeah, it's just whatever. I just don't talk to them or don't give them
Right.
much of my
It's
time
simple.
because I'm all about
Yep.
I'm all about surrounding myself with good energy. And if somebody's being negative, I don't want that in here. I don't want to be around that because
Mm-hmm.
I feel it very very heavy. Yeah, it's all about
Empath.
energy. Yeah, I am.
Oh, I
Yeah,
get that.
so
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. If my wife's mad, I could be in the happiest mood and I go upstairs and my wife's mad, I'm mad like right away. It's just like
Yeah. I'm
it
like
just
that too.
rubs
Like,
off on you so easily.
yeah, like when you go to work, especially
Yeah.
being in the trades, like you go to work in the morning, you could be in a great mood, and that one guy just woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and now my whole day is shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I feel
yeah,
that definitely,
yeah.
but we've hit the hour, which is crazy.
Oh yeah,
I
that
Um,
flew
gotta go
by.
shut my windows.
goes by so fast.
You guys want to have a
Um,
little tour quick before we go, or
absolutely.
all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get over here.
Yeah, I'll never say no to a tour. That's for sure.
Let's do a quick one before we there we go.
Oops. I'm gonna do this one.
Can we get full screen here? Yeah. Okay.
Hell yes.
Yeah, we're getting pretty big. So this is Frozen Bag by Robin Hood Seeds, and I got this cut from Growers Guild. So yeah, it's
Nice.
just a pheno. It's bred from a hash plant, which gives
Wow.
it that loose kind of structure and just covered in frost. So
Gorgeous.
yeah. And then here's the
Beautiful.
side lighting here hitting these guys. So you can definitely tell that it's working good.
Yeah. See, even Bingus is saying it. Preston's got one of the best
Go.
gardens I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
Thanks, Bingus. And then yeah, just the under canopy here. So yeah, it's kind of tough to tell, but yeah, I'm definitely thinking that these side lights are way better. Like right here, it's way frostier on these buds than even these ones on the top. So they're a lot
Oh wow.
closer. I'm only running these at like, I had them at 25%, and then I bumped it up to 50, and then I had some leaves that were burning a little bit,
Okay.
and so then I knocked her back down to about 30. But yeah, you can really tell with these ones here, like they're just super frosty. And then here's the super plant here. So yeah, I
Nice.
got I
So
didn't
crazy.
trellis this plant, so I'm just using yo-yos because I knew that there's only 2 branches I'd have to tie up.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I got this
That'd be
little
a hard one to that'd be a hard one to prune too, because like how do you do that with so many different strains on there, but they're all growing differently, right?
yeah, like each branch there you can see. So yeah, you just do 1 branch at a time and thin it out as best you can. And yeah, it's fun, but I'm uh I'm ready to be done this run already. I
Yeah.
wanna I want the next one because I got some really good genetics coming my way from Life Cycle Botanics.
Nice.
They're out on the island, and I'm getting Lindsay OG, which is one of my all-time favorites. So yeah,
Nice.
it's gonna be a good one. So I've already got the phones ordered up, and we should have them early September is when I'm thinking will be starting up my new run. And then I'm gonna take the summer off because I was supposed to take this summer off, and then the super plants held me up, so I had to wait a lot longer for it to arrive. But
Yeah, so
yeah,
you might as well just keep going at this point.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah,
It's so crazy.
Oh yeah, man.
Looks really
Looks
good.
so good.
yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
And
It
yeah,
really does.
this is all sealed room too. I pump in CO2. So I have my inverter for the mini split is in the garage, which is above on that wall. It's above, and I do that
Okay.
because here in Canada it gets to like minus 50 degrees Celsius sometimes, and those things don't work when it's like past minus 22. So I stick it in my
Yeah.
garage, and it works perfectly all year long. And then
Nice.
beside that inverter, I use two 50-pound bottles of CO2, and I have my light rails up here. So the lines, they're rain lines. They're little holes poked in the line, quarter-inch line. So it just rains on top of the canopy, and so
Crazy.
yeah, it's all sealed in here. No air exchange at all. And then my rails allows me to remove my lights on the rails back and forth
Wow.
if I want, and they're
Nice.
fully adjustable each way. So whenever I change up my lighting, I can adjust these rails, which are called unistrut. So I can adjust them this way and this way
Okay.
for whatever
That's
lights.
amazing.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I got that idea because I was hanging gas lines in some underground
Yeah.
parking, and we use unistrut to hang everything. And then I do have a emergency passive setup here, so it can pull in fresh air from the house into the room, and then it exhausts out through there. So if I run out of CO2 and my levels drop too much, I can kick in the passive system as a backup, just so I'm
Right.
not starving the plants of CO2. But I've only had to run it a few times. Yeah, that's why I have two bottles, so I can just swap them when I run out. And then,
Awesome. Yeah.
yeah,
You've literally thought of everything, I think.
yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. I try to because it's yeah. There's a lot on the line here, so I just want to make sure that I'm covered, and I got backups, and like I got backups of pumps and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I it feels like I have like a little hydroponic store in my garage where I can go
Absolutely.
pick parts and valves and all kinds of stuff, like everything. I got everything in there, so and it's built
Nice.
up over the years too. So yeah,
That's awesome.
yes,
Yeah, looks good. Justin
Yeah, that's
Selby was
amazing.
asking if your pots are linked up or if they're individual, but they're all connected, right? Because it's a
yeah,
recirculating.
yeah. So basically, I'll just go over this quick. This is the epicenter. So this is a single bucket where I do all the controls for the nutrients. Um,
Okay.
there's a line, that rear manifold back there. So the water is basically
Yep.
flowing through all the buckets that are all connected. So the water is flowing through, and then it's being sucked back through this line here and that line on that side. And then
Huh.
it's a Y fitting here and goes to a single line to the suction side of this pump. Then it goes through into the chiller. And then from the chiller, it goes through the wall, up through this manifold where I have my probes that read whether it needs to be dosed or not. And then it doses here.
That's
And then it comes down, and then water falls into the bucket. And then when I have to do any type of work on the manifold and do calibrations or whatnot, I have a bypass here.
okay.
So I can open this, close these off, isolate this, do my work. And then when I'm done, I can just go back through here. And then I have this open just a little bit so that I don't have any stagnant water sitting in my bypass line. Just
Right.
kind of keeps some water flowing through there and keeps everything nice and fresh, so I don't have any kind of bad bacteria growing in there. And then the air
That's so
pumps
cool.
too, so all that air comes down and through here. And then so this is all, I built this all myself, so it's just irrigation lines here poked through with quarter-inch lines,
That's crazy.
and then they run into the bucket.
Look at
Look at
that.
the roots. God damn.
These roots aren't going to be as good as my last ones because I kind of stunted them with that slime that I had, but
Yeah.
they got burnt a little bit with the ORP. So the ORP is the measurement of your sterility of your water, and there's a zone. So if you get below 250, you're going to get some root rot maybe. If you go like above 500, you're going to burn your roots. And
Okay.
you also need to know your ORP. Like, it's not just for hydroponics. You could be growing in soil or a different type of media like peat or cocoa. And
Yeah.
if you don't know your ORP, you could be, killing your beneficials, because at 460 ORP, your beneficials will be dead. It'll nuke them.
Right.
And my tap water comes out at like 460. So I was running beneficials for many years before I switched to sterile, and I think I was flushing money down the drain. So
Yeah. Huh.
and
That's
I have some
interesting.
posts. I have some posts that explain that a lot more clearly about what ORP is and how to
Yeah, I'm gonna have
control
to
it,
go back and check those out
and yeah,
because
and what you need to know. So every grower should know what ORP is, especially if you're running beneficials too, because you want to make
yeah.
sure that you're below like 300 and below is kind of where you want to be. So you might
Okay.
have to condition your water before you feed your plants by bubbling it off with air bubblers. That'll reduce your ORP, or you can
What's
make
ORP stand for?
sorry, oxidation reduction potential.
Okay.
So it's oxidization, which is,
Right.
there's a lot of cleaners out there that use oxidization to kill bacteria and whatnot. So that's and
Yeah.
it's measured
Huh.
in millivolts. So, and then you want to be between uh, 250 is the low end, and then 500 is the high end. And then if you're
So you
running
want to be
beneficials, you want to be below 300. Yeah. And then
okay.
if you have water that's too high, you might have to just get a chlorine filter. So you can get like an RV, like a tube filter that you hook a garden hose up to, and that'll
Yeah.
knock down your the chlorine that's in the water. And if you're using
Yeah.
chloramine, then it's a lot harder to get rid of. So
Yeah, you
you have
chloramine,
to
you're pretty
run
much
a
screwed.
charcoal filter. Yeah, like you can use charcoal filters and whatnot, or use an RO system, and
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, I use one of the RV filters when because I use tap water obviously, but well, not
yeah,
obviously, but I do use tap water and I do use an RV filter to try to get as much out as I can.
yeah.
Doesn't do it all, but it does. It's better than nothing for sure.
There's like molasses too will help knock it down. Kelp. There's a lot of different
Okay.
things that will help knock down your ORP to make it a lot safer for the plant and
I'm gonna
your
have to do some.
beneficials, because beneficials are a necessary thing when you're growing in soil, because it helps break down that soil into
Absolutely.
nutrients so that plant can uptake. So that's pretty
Oh yeah.
important.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some research now. You're gonna get me going on
Yep.
this rabbit hole.
Yeah, feel free to reach out anytime. Like I
Absolutely.
haven't been active on YouTube at all because I don't like editing, and but next round I'm gonna try to get on YouTube and get really into every aspect and every step, and I'll take recommendations, or like if somebody wants to learn more about a certain aspect, I'll go over that. Yeah,
Nice.
I want everybody to learn and be successful, and yeah, I'm
Yeah, we
open
appreciate
book.
that. Like, it's nice getting people that are smart and they know what they're talking about, but they like to share the knowledge because there is so much knowledge out there, but finding the right knowledge is sometimes harder than the actual process you're trying to learn about, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
So
that
no,
smart.
we
Yeah,
definitely, well, I mean,
I
well, you're
it's
passionate
experience.
about what you
Yeah,
do and you've learned
yeah,
it. So you're very smart in this
yeah. Like
area.
I don't know
Yeah.
all the scientific technical stuff like a botanist would know. I just go off
Right.
of experience and just knowing how the plant reacts. But yeah, when it comes to that kind of stuff, like shark mouse, it's all
Yeah.
mumbo jumbo. I don't understand anything that guy says,
Yeah.
but I know he knows his shit. But it's just not
Right.
for me. But I just yeah,
Yeah.
I have a hard time understanding that kind of stuff. But he's very technical. So
Very. Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are
yes,
both very technical, but in different ways. So,
yes, yeah,
and you
Yeah.
guys both get great results. So, I mean,
yeah.
you can't argue with either one of you, really. So, but yeah, man, we appreciate you coming on. And
Yes. Thank you.
Well, thanks for
if
having me,
there's some,
guys. Yeah.
if you want to quickly give out all your socials where people can find you and learn about what you do.
Okay, yeah. So you can find me on Facebook at Preston Bjornson, and Instagram at Preston Bjornson. No spaces, just all lowercase. And on YouTube, I'm Canna Bjornson. And then you can also find, I just got a spot in the fourth edition of the Cannabis Grow Bible in the hydroponic section. So Could find a
Nice.
little
Nice.
section in there. I even got page 420, so that's pretty cool.
Nice. That's badass.
Yeah, it was crazy when I got that message from the publisher. I thought it was a joke. Like I thought somebody was
Right.
trolling
Of
me, and
course.
they're like, "Yeah, you want to be in the Grow Bible?" And I was like, "Let's have a Zoom call." And then once we chatted, I was like, "Okay, this is real." So yeah, that was a lot of fun too. I got to document a lot of the grow, and yeah, I wish I could have gotten to more detail about it, but they did say if I wanted to write a book, they would publish it. But I don't know if I'll be able to get any time to do that kind of stuff. But maybe later on in life, I can.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
I think you got the knowledge,
yeah.
so
for
I think
sure.
you can do it.
Yes.
No, thank you.
So, but yeah, man, we appreciate you coming on and taking time out of your family time. I imagine this is family time right now, so we appreciate that. And
Yes.
I think in the future we'll have to get you back on here because I think there's a lot of info you got in there. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and
I want to
anytime
learn
you
it
need,
all.
yeah, if you're gonna uh, get into the hydro, just feel free to reach out, man. I'll help you out.
Definitely,
Anything you
I
need to know.
appreciate
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
I appreciate that. And if you ever want to show your grow again, Friday nights, same
Yeah,
time, same place. You're always welcome
awesome,
to pop on. So,
awesome. Yeah,
all
sounds
right,
good.
brother.
Okay,
We
thank you very
appreciate it,
much.
and we'll talk soon.
Okay, right on. Have a good
Yes.
one,
Have a
guys.
great night.
You too.
All right, thanks. Okay.
That was a great
Yeah, it
episode.
was a great
But
episode. Super, super smart, even though he says he's not.
yes.
Yeah. I think you got to be some level of smart in order to follow all those monitors and know how to set them up properly.
Oh my
So,
goodness, yes, it looks overwhelming to be honest.
right, but it's probably super easy for him now. Now that it's all set up and
Yeah,
running, he just looks at it and he knows there's no guessing. He doesn't have to guess. He just knows.
that's
So,
right.
but
That's
yeah.
right.
So Friday, what do we do Fridays?
So Friday is come show your grow. Sorry, there's a storm going on right now, and that's all I could
Oh,
hear. um, so yes, Friday is come show your grow at 9 p.m. Eastern. We go from 9 to 11. So if you would like to come and show your grow, we are almost at the 1,000 giveaway, follower giveaway. So don't forget to hit the subscribe and share. And yeah, next Wednesday we have Flower Fox coming on. So stay tuned
yes.
for that episode. And yeah, I think that's it.
Which is funny because he was just talking about shark mouse, and
I know.
Mrs. Shark Mouse, but
Flower Fox.
yes. Yeah, we shouldn't call her Mrs. Shark Mouse. We should call her Flower Fox because
She
she's a
does
hell
her
of a
own
grower
thing.
by herself.
She
So
is. Yes,
mycology as well. She's into all the mushroom stuff and plants, and
yeah,
so that's gonna be a fun episode as well.
it is.
So, but yeah, come join us Friday. Come show your grow. We want to see them all, big, little, all of them, everything in between.
Yes. Until then, we'll see you then. Cheers.